Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Blair. I am new to YouTube and I kind of went out on a long limb and did this, and I've been contemplating doing a YouTube channel for quite some time, but I just didn't know how to get started, and I thought I would update you on my life and what I do. I'm in the fitness industry and I just got certified as a personal trainer. I'm going to school for exercise science with a minor in nutrition. And God's been calling me to sit down and talk to you guys. I've been wanting to reach out to individuals and make a difference in their life, but I haven't really known how to. And so today I'm here to talk to you about what I went through in life and the struggles that I faced and how I overcame them and what I'm dealing with now. And so I'm going to begin by just saying that we all go through struggles in life, and it's just a matter of time and putting our faith and trust into God to overcome those struggles. Some people are better at opening up about situations than others, and I can tell you that it took me a very, very long time to open up about my situation that I went through. I went through years and years of holding it in, letting it bottle up inside of me, and during that time, it didn't bother me in a sense because I knew how to deal with it, how I dealt with it, and it was just part of my everyday life. It wasn't until a few years back when a situation reoccurred and I just finally couldn't hold it in any longer, and I just needed to let it out. So what I did is I resorted and I finally told someone. I went to them and I told them about my situation and what I went through and how big of an impact it made on my life. And during that time, I was an avid fitness person. Like, I didn't know a lot about weightlifting at the time, but I was working out. I was transforming my body tremendously from being 175 pounds in the 7th grade to losing roughly 50 pounds. And at that time, like, people were honoring me and stuff like that for my journey and my fitness, but in reality during that time I was doing it all wrong. I was restricting myself from food. I was over exercising twice a day, but my exercise wasn't weightlifting, it was just running on the treadmill for hours. Heck, I would look at a piece of candy and I would get nasty thoughts and thought that if I ate that piece I would gain 10 pounds. And I had a very, very unhealthy relationship with food, and it wasn't until my sophomore year of high school when I was in school and going through a lot because of the situation that I went through and going through counseling and everything like that, that I didn't want to eat. It didn't sound good to me, and finally I was told by many of my teachers and guidance counselor that I looked sick and that I needed some help. And at that point I went to my parents and I told them what I was going through and how I needed to get some help. And so we went through months of counseling, and then finally I was able to overcome that issue. I was never truly diagnosed with anorexia, but I'm sure if I went to the doctors at the time they would definitely diagnose me with that. And I want to be able to touch lives and help others grow through this situation, but I also experienced the opposite while many months went on, where I had a healthy relationship with food from there. I gained some weight back, I felt good, and then I went through a relapse, but that relapse wasn't restricting myself. It was overeating, binge eating, making myself feel sick because I ate so much. I gained weight back that was unnecessary or unhealthy. And then I got more into weightlifting. I hired a personal trainer and he really helped me put on some muscle. And through that time though, he was only helping me with the fitness part of it and not the nutrition part of it. So I wasn't eating like I should have. And so I gained a significant amount of weight back. I wouldn't say an unhealthy, because it's not that I looked bad, but you could definitely tell that I was holding weight or fat in areas that easily, like, I could not hold if I would have been on proper nutrition and knew how to properly fuel my body. So this was roughly a year, 2 years after my anorexic situation. And finally I went to my parents and I said, like, this is my love and passion. Fitness is my love and passion. But, you know, I've been through both extremes. I've been through not eating, restricting myself, to the complete opposite and binge eating on foods. And there's many people in this industry that go through those struggles. There's many people who have unhealthy relationships with food, and unfortunately, a lot of it is because of how we see social media, like what people portray on social media, how they put their bodies out there and say, I did this, this, and that, but in reality, they're lying about it. And so when we see these images, we think we can't eat this, or we need to be restricting, or we need to be following this diet. But that's not true. Our bodies all work differently. And as life went on and I became better about my binge eating, I then hired a coach online, and she really helped me with building my metabolism. We went through I want to say about a 10-week building metabolism phase where I got up to a pretty decent amount of calories from where I was at and I was taking in 1,200 calories a day, 1,200 to 1,500 calories a day, and then when I started with her, I was almost up to 2,000 calories, and I was leaning out still. Like, food is not your enemy, and we need to realize that food is fuel, and I still struggle with it on the daily, and that's why I'm here today to talk to you about this issue, because it's a serious issue that a lot of people face. So we went through about a 10-week building phase, and then she's like, okay, as summer comes in, obviously I was still building, but I was leaning out, but I knew that I couldn't continue leaning out while building, so we went through a cutting phase, and I think it was an 8-week cut, and I made tremendous progress, and I didn't have a problem with tracking my macros. I would hit them, I would have good check-ins with her, and I think our cutting phase ended about August of 2017, which was last year, and then we wanted to go back into a rebuilding phase because my end-all be-all goal was to compete this year. I really wanted to be able to step on stage because at that time my relationship with food was healthy. Like, I was being able to eat how she told me, hit the macros she was telling me, hit my cardio like she was telling me, and I didn't have an issue with it. And I was actually honestly very happy in life, although like I've lost many friends along the way, because in this industry there's some restrictions. I mean, you should not let food revolve around your life, but in a way there's times where like my friends would go out and drink and party, and that's not who I am. That's not how I was raised, and I don't like it. It's not that I'm saying it's bad at all, because that's reality. A lot of kids my age, I'm only 19 years old, are out there partying, are out there eating whatever they want, enjoying life, high on life, and I'm over here trying to pursue my goals and dreams, and that's what I want. That's what makes me happy. So while I did lose friends along the way, it wasn't something that I regret, because I love this lifestyle. And so end of August into September, as school began, we started to do another rebuilding phase, and I began experiencing some emotional eating because I was going into college for my first year, and it was all new to me. I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't living on campus. I'm living in an apartment my freshman year of college. I'm not meeting new people other than the ones that are in my class, and I gained about 3 friends in college, but you know, if I was at college, I'm sure I'd be gaining more. But then again, if I'm at college, I can't cook my own meals like I like to. I can't meal prep and stuff like that, because you just don't have the availability and space to, and that's why I love being in an apartment. I think it's best for me. I live with my brother, and we share the lifestyle, so we get along very well, and I love being able to share that with him and grow upon it, and it's just made our relationship stronger, and I really yes, I missed some things about college, living on college, and I'm sure I missed out on a lot. I'm pursuing my dreams and my goals, and that's what makes me happy. But going into college, I started experiencing emotional eating. I went through a couple binge phases, and I went to my coach after 3 weeks of experiencing it and told her, I gotta be honest, I can't keep lying. Like, there's no reason to lie because she's gonna think something else versus what I'm really doing. And that's the most important thing, is you have to be honest with your coach. Although it may hurt you, although it may disappoint you, you have to be honest so they can be there to help you. And I can honestly say my coach supported me 100%, did everything she possibly could for me to get me healthy. And I can say right now that I'm still experiencing emotional eating. I have not overcome that yet, and it took a really big toll on me because I'm 10 pounds heavier than what I was when I stopped my cut. And you know that carrying the extra 10 pounds, it hurts a little bit. You don't like feel yourself, and you gotta learn to love yourself how you are. And I struggle with that on the daily. I'll wake up and I'll look at myself and just be like, this isn't me. I know what I used to look like before I started with my coach. I know what I looked like about 6-7 months in with my coach, and it was a tremendous transformation. Like, I love myself. I love the way I looked, but I was low in calorie after our 8-week cut. I wasn't taking in, I was taking in a good amount of calories, but not a sustainable amount. Like, that look was not sustainable. Like, I know I can keep pushing myself and I could be a lot further than what I am right now, but life hit me. I resorted my stress and my emotions to eating, and I went back and got some more help, but it really honestly didn't change that much. I then decided after a couple months, I think it was October when I went to her about it, that I wanted to take a break from coaching, that I needed to have a more relaxed schedule because it was just taking a toll on me having to track my macros and trying to hit them every day. Like, in the past, it was never an issue for me, but I've just experienced life, and life hit me, and I just couldn't do it. There was just something that I couldn't do about it. And so I went to her after Christmas. It was the 1st of July, first couple weeks in January. I wanted to make a new year out of it. I wanted to forget what happened. I wanted to overcome those issues, but it's so much easier said than done. Like, there's so much you can do. A lot of people say, well, journal when you feel like you're gonna find yourself in the kitchen overeating. Go out for a walk. But you know, those things don't comfort you. I was using food as comfort. I wasn't using food as fuel. I felt sick. I felt blah. I really didn't have energy, even though I was eating a lot of food. I was just, I felt like a big blob. And so I went to my parents and I said, you know, I love her. She's been so supportive, and I want to get back with her, but I need a break right now. So I went to her and I explained what was going on. Like, yeah, I was still experiencing some of those issues. I wasn't at the time overeating too much, but I was just loosely tracking and I was enjoying life. But then again, I was stressed at the same time with school, and I was taking on 17 credit hours, and that's more than what they recommend. I'm one that pushes myself. I don't like to let people down. I'm very, 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 very hard on myself. And in a way that can be not good. Like, it can really take a toll on you like it is right now for me. So mid-January, I went to her and I explained the situation. I said, you know, when I decide the time's right again, I will come back to you because you're an outstanding coach, and she puts health before anything. And I'm so thankful I was able to find her for the first time, because a lot of young women get out there and they're like, oh, this coach looks good, but really they have you eating 800 calories and doing 5 days, 6 days a week of 30-minute cardio, whatever. And I never had to do that. I was doing 3 list sessions and 2 HIIT sessions a week. That's 5 days of cardio, but HIIT sessions were 15 minutes long and 30-minute walking's really not that bad 3 times a week, and that's all I had to do on my cut, and I found tremendous results. I wasn't lower than 1,500 calories, and I was at a very good spot, and I was very, very happy to see that my coach puts her clients' health before anything, because that is most important. Your body, as she tells me, is a temple, and don't wreck it. Love yourself for who God made you to be. Eat when you are hungry. Listen to your body and do what's right. But I'm still struggling with that on a day-to-day basis. And as I got help, I don't know if it was me that didn't put in the effort to try and really use the tools that they gave me, but I journal every day, to be honest. I talk to myself. I pray day in and day out to overcome this issue. And it just, I don't know, I'm lost for words. Like, it just takes a toll on you, and you don't realize how much food can really be a part of your life, how much you think about it. And I don't want that in life. I want to live a balanced lifestyle, and that's what we're working towards. And so after I quit with her, I kind of just like, I worked out, but I didn't really, it's not that I ate bad, because I ate good. I just didn't track. I ate what I wanted to. I found myself emotionally eating out of boredom here and there, and finally I was just like, I need some accountability again. So 3 months went on, and this past month I went back to her and I said, I really, really want to get back on track. But here I am, a month later, still struggling, still finding myself upset, still finding myself emotionally eating, still finding myself eating out of boredom. And I'm here to tell you guys that things will get better. Although I'm experiencing it, I know that with time and trust in God, praying, continuing what I'm doing, things will get better. I may not look the way I want to look, but the most important thing is I'm healthy. Although I might be overeating, my body's healthy. And I get good sleep. My heart rate is outstanding. I'm having my menstrual cycle, and that's the most important thing. My body is healthy. There's nothing wrong with it, but if I continue to abuse it the way that I have been, things are going to get worse. I'm here to tell you guys that you aren't alone if you're going through something. Be open, talk to people. I can tell you that's the best thing that's happened to me. I have such a support system between my brother, my parents, my friends, and most importantly, my coach. She has not given up on me. Although I wanted to be competing at this time when I first started with her, my goal was to compete this summer. I'm here experiencing life. Life happens. Life hits you. And the best thing that I can tell you to do is be open, be honest with yourself, love yourself the way you are. Things will get better if you put your trust into God. Things will get better when you are realizing what you're doing to yourself. Things will get better when you talk to people. It's not gonna last forever. I can tell you that. Although I think it right now, I'm like, when's this gonna end, God? When are you gonna answer my prayers, God? Things don't last forever. I'm here to say that I went through it. I may look healthy, or I may look fit, I may look like I have life put together, but in the inside I really don't. I've held on to something for years that isn't my fault. I had no control over it, and I'm letting it eat away at me, and you can't do that. So if you're going through a tough time, take this time and say, have I talked to God about it? Have I opened up to people? Have I been real with myself? Because when you take those steps, when you talk to God, when you put your faith and trust into Him, when you hand Him your issues, when you open up to the ones that love and support you, and when you open up to yourself and realizing what you're going through, things will get better. It will make the situation so much better. I can already say, like, the support system that I have has helped me, because I know if I would not have opened up, if I would have not talked to God, prayed to God about this situation, I feel like I would have been a lot further down and deep. I'm holding on to a lot more weight than I want to, but that's part of life. I'm healthy. Skinny doesn't mean healthy. So when you have the time and you reflect on what you're going through and ask yourself those questions, and when you put your trust and when you talk, things will get better.